How's it going, guys? It's Fury here. Welcome to another video. First off, before we do anything, I want to apologize for not uploading for 2 months as of recording this. There's no excuses. That's literally just on me. I just haven't recorded videos or sent streams to editors to be edited down. Now, that hopefully will be changing once I graduate high school in 10 days. Haha, hell yeah, baby. And I'll actually be able to record again. But, anyway, so this video, very weird, I know. So basically, I'm in exam week right now, so I'm kind of crying. I've had 3 exams in 3 days, three 4-hour-long exams. I got another one coming up tomorrow at 8 o'clock, kill me. But I was going through some old folders on my computer, right? And I find one that's just titled Captures. And there's one video in it, and it was this one, captured June 5th, 2020. So over 2 years ago, mind you, June 5th. I hadn't actually uploaded on YouTube yet. I hadn't streamed yet. So this is one that's never been released to the public or seen before. So essentially what this video is about is because back then I was trying to go for #1 in Pumpkins on Hypixel Skyblock. Spoiler alert, that didn't wind up happening. I topped out at number 6 in the world. That didn't happen in that video. That was later on. Right now I'm number 74 because I did collect a fuck ton. But as far as the video goes, it talks about that little thing, and I thought it would just be interesting to share something like that with you guys where it hasn't ever been released. It's something that I found pretty interesting. You can tell that I've never talked in front of a camera or microphone before. Of course, it didn't have my face at the time, but you can tell I never really talked in front of a mic before. Also, I just kind of destroy you guys at some point saying Pog and Pog Champ. You could tell us from 2020. I'm really sorry. I don't know when the timestamp is for that. But yeah, videos should be coming back once summer hits. I'm very excited for that. As far as everything else goes, I hope you all have a great day. And let's get right into the video. Bye! How's it going, guys? It's Fury here, and welcome to a different kind of video. Today, we're hitting pumpkins. Because if you notice, we're almost farming 50. I can't believe it either. I know not a whole lot of you actually know this, because I haven't really made it public. I've been trying to hide it for a bit, but it's not really working anymore. So basically, you guys should know this. I'm going for #1 in pumpkins. That's why I have 5 layers of pumpkins, and this is happening. So today we're going to hit farming 50, and I'm just going to give you the story of what really happened and what's been going on since, I decided to do this, and, by the end of the video we should be at farming 50, so that's kind of Pog, Pog Champ. So, today is, well, a little bit past midnight on, June 5th of 2020, so March 6th was my last day of school. Let's start at the beginning. March 6th was my last day of school. At the time, I didn't know it, but it was. Coronavirus is becoming a big thing. COVID was kind of hitting the world by storm. Like, whoa, we're all kind of dying now. So, yeah, it wasn't good for us. My school extended spring break another week, and then wound up closing school indefinitely until further notice, and we never opened back up. So, I had a lot of time on my hand, because while I still had online schooling, like, you don't have to put a lot of effort into it. You can cheat on everything you do, and, yeah. So, it wasn't difficult. I had a lot of free time. I didn't really study for tests because I never felt threatened by them. A lot of teachers couldn't even lower our grades because it wasn't allowed, for any reason. So, I didn't have a lot to do, so I decided to turn to Skyblock because I got bored. I started off by just playing a bunch of video games. I went for, Skyrim, isn't he? But like, I started off with Skyrim, played a lot of that. Then I went to The Witcher 3, played a little bit of that. G and Light, Bilbo Baggins. I've been pinged. Who are you? So, I decided to play some games. I moved towards Bedwars, that kind of shit. I played a lot of that. I hit 300 stars, and, when I would play Skyblock, I would just be eye grinding, trying to get money, trying to progress a bit. I got my young set, all this stuff. So, all this happens, and all of us, like, we're into March, we're done with March, we're into April. At this point, I'm really, really, really bored. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I need to be doing in Skyblock. I felt pretty done with the game, even though I only had like 14 minion slots and stuff. I knew I had stuff to do, but I didn't want to do it. And I was eating one day, and I was watching YouTube, and I went and rewatched Technoblade's, what was it called? Technoblade's Potato War videos. Potato War 1 and 2. And I was really inspired by it. And I'm like, wow, I wish I could become #1 in a collection, right? So later that night, that same day actually, oh my gosh, please let me quick craft. Please let me quick craft. So basically what I did was I didn't think much of it after that. I'm like, oh, I wish I could be #1 in the collection. Moved on. That night, I was grinding, and I was bored on YouTube, so I'm like, okay, let's look up I looked up Hypixel Skyblock streams. And then I looked around. The first stream that came up was 30 Virus. He actually just happened to be streaming that day, so I clicked on it. He was also grinding. I enjoyed the stream. I'm like, oh, I'll check out some of his videos. I actually enjoyed the videos. I know, surprising. And then I went back and realized he had this solo series. I was like, oh, I'm watching episode 140 of this. I should go back to episode 1. And over the next few days, I watched like that all day in the background while I played. And eventually, a little bit into the series, he started setting up pumpkin farms. And he was like, yeah, this is really good money. This is really good money. So I'm like, you know, I'm getting really tired of grinding. I should set up pumpkins. Crazy, I know. So I go to set up pumpkins, and I looked up a tutorial, and I'm like, wow, this is a lot of work. So I set up the first layer, which in my current setup is actually layer 3 now, but the first layer was layer 3 right now. Set up my layer, and at that point, I was a really low farming level. I had my young set, I had my tree cap, and I just went through. In one harvest, which was just the one layer, I would get about 16,000 pumpkins. I didn't think much of it. I went and got my pumpkins. I moved on with life. And then one day, I was checking my rankings and stuff to see like where I was at, and I realized I'm in the top like 0.3% for pumpkins right now. After I'd gotten the farmer boot recipe, I'm like, whoa, wait. What if I went for #1 in pumpkins? That could be cool. So I realized I was getting so many per harvest that it was really good money for as well for what it was. And I was getting farming levels. You know, my average skill level was going up really high. I'm like, whoa, this is great. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Screw it. We're doing this. I didn't even check to see who was #1 at the time. I just went ahead and built a second layer. And then I'm like, hey, I should see who #1 is and like see where I should be aiming for. And #1 is a Skyblock player named, well, CHWYSSIE, Chwissy. I call them Chrissy. It's this girl named Chrissy, or this gamer girl. I mean, it has an e-girl skin, so, you know. A girl named Chrissy. And I'm like, okay, how many do they have? At the time, by the way, I started doing this on March 11th. At the time, they had 58 million pumpkins. I'm like, well, wow, that's a lot of pumpkins. That's insane. But I'm like, you know what? I can do this. I can do this. So I set up a third layer, and I would sit there. I would do my schoolwork while I was AFK. When the good pumpkins were done regrowing, I would harvest the whole thing. Then I would do my schoolwork, like more of my schoolwork, go back to harvesting, and it became this thing. First million pumpkins came in 2 days. First 5 million came in 5 days. And then I slowed down a bit because like life went on. And then on May 11th, exactly 1 month after I'd started, I hit 10 million pumpkins, and I was in the top 50. Could not believe my progress. It was insane. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, this is actually going to work. I started really dedicating myself to it at that point. I still had school going on. At that time, it was also finals. So I really didn't have a lot of time to work on it. So at that point, I just did what I could, did my finals, and then we moved on. I want to say like May 24th was when I was actually done with finals, because I had an AP exam for AP World, and that's when I started sweating. Suddenly 12 mil came and went, 15 mil came and went, and then 2 days ago I hit 20 million pumpkins collected, and right now I'm number 15 in the world in pumpkins with almost 21 million collected. And then I realized I'm getting really close to farming 50. Right now I'm 6k away. Now a lot of you may be asking, you know, you have to make money and do stuff anyway. How do you make that money? How do you make your money? Because I have a full superior set. How did you get that? Just by doing pumpkins? Well, the answer, my friends, is rabbit pets. Level 100 pets sell for a lot, especially if they're legendary. And because I'm just actively farming pumpkins, you know, my rabbit pets get leveled really fast. Like, I can make a level 100 every 2 weeks or so. Maybe even a week and a half if I really sweat it. So, first one my guy ever got sold for 33 million, and I bought a superior set. Second one sold for 20 million. And I'm on to my third. Guys, we're almost there. Almost 2 months of my time, and I'm almost farming 50. It's been a long ride. I never really went for skills originally. I really didn't do a lot with Skyblock. I took a lot of breaks. But look at us now. About to get a skill to 50. That isn't alchemy. We're in the last 1,000, boys. Voice crack. We're gonna do it. Farming 50. 100% chance for triple drops. At this point, it's just extra. One. This next pumpkin is farming 50. We did it. Farming 50. Holy crap, dude. 100% chance for triple drops. Plus 5 HP. 200,000 coins. And we're done. You've reached the max skill level for this skill. Ranking the 278th person to ever reach farming 50 in Hypixel Skyblock. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. I'm number 666 for taming. My taming's about to level. Farming 50. Look at that, dude. Look at that. Screenshot. Can't open this. Screenshot. Look at us go, dude. Holy crap. So that's really all, guys. That's all I wanted to do. I kind of just wanted to make this video and, you know, record this for you guys. Like, let you guys watch me hit farming 50. It's been a wild ride doing this. The reason I didn't ever talk about what I was doing with pumpkins is mainly because I didn't want other people to know about it. I really didn't. I didn't want people to find out that I was doing this. The cool thing about pumpkins is a lot of people use them to make money. So, like, people seeing my pumpkin farm wouldn't know. Oh, sorry, it's really late, I'm tired. People in my guild, they knew, but not many people knew. Overall. So, yeah, look at that, farming 50. Now, we do have a long way to go as far as my other skills. Obviously, I'm going to have farming 50 from what I'm doing. Taming 33 almost. Fishing 16. Foraging and combat are almost level 25. Alchemy is only 22. Enchanting's 15. And mining's 22. I'm working on alchemy, but I have, like, no money, so. So, yeah. That's that, guys. I'm farming 50 now. I can't believe it. It's weird to think that I have a skill to 50 after all this time. Oh, dear. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to smack that like button as hard as you can. It really helps me out. And if you haven't already, why don't you subscribe? It really helps out the channel. And, you know, if you wind up hating me later on, you can always unsubscribe if you need to. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Check out my other videos if you want to. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.